Breaking the loop. Why you keep attracted. Okay. So, why you keep attracting toxic partners. This is, if you found this video, me and you are the same. There's not a lot of people like us, but unfortunately, we keep running into the same issue. We got to break the cycle. Why do I keep attracting toxic baddies with tattoos and they're evil, but they seem sweet on the outside and they are really just want my soul? And you're probably the same thing. You're probably attracting bad boys and they seem real sweet and handsome on the outside, and then on the inside, they're just out to kill you and ruin your life. Kill, steal, and destroy. I experienced this. I've dealt with Jezebel spirits. In fact, that's why I made a song called Jezebel. It's about getting betrayed by my ex and also just the sheer level of sociopathy. Like, do you not care for me? There's literally no empathy in there. Like, and then also, it, why do we keep attracting the same people? Well, I did some research and I tried to answer this question. Why do we keep attracting the same low frequency individuals over and over again? And I found an answer to it, and I finally have found a cure for it. It's because we need to take medication. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I could not resist, though. No, the real answer is we simply have to understand that it's a test and we got to push through. We got to talk to different people. We got to simply mature and evolve and build discernment. God typically likes to bring people who have the opposite qualities as us or who have qualities that we lack. And so, for instance, with my ex girlfriend, she had qualities that I lacked. While there would be times where I could be very serious, there would also be times where she would be funny to my seriousness. I'd be very goal oriented, very driven, while she could be way more aloof, way more like, oh, let's go with the flow, let's relax, and kind of have like a floating mentality. And in a way, that's actually a great detail because it allows you to enjoy presence and enjoy the present moment of life. Because life is short and it can be very fleeting, and beautiful moments of life can be very fleeting. And so, there would be moments and times where she would just want to have fun while I just would want to build. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't actually believe in balance for the level of ambition that I had, but it makes sense why the universe brought something like that towards me. Because there was moments and elements that needed to become canon events. There needed to be times where we would go on the beach, on the island, and have a picnic, or times where we go to aquariums and we start looking at random fish. We're not even filming content. Stuff like that. Now, me, I want to film everything. I want to live stream everything. I need to capture content. We need to record new music. We need to literally make millions of dollars a day. Ain't no time to waste. I refuse to die broke. I refuse to die forgotten. I have to be the greatest of all time. There's no excuses. That's my mindset. Her mindset is la 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 la. I'm just a girl. That's her mindset. And so there would also be times where she would peek into my masculinity and try to emasculate me and try to send subtle tests and jabs at me. And it would just be like, okay, like, why are we being unreasonable? Why are we being chaotic? I read a book called The Way of the Superior Man. And a lot of times, masculinity has a drive for order, while femininity has a drive for chaos. And it's just a natural drive. And that's why those two it's almost like the job of the masculine to try to conquer the chaos. And so it's a little bit of a convoluted topic because we all have different sociological needs and different wants. But what I've realized and what I've come to realize is, why do I keep attracting the same partner? Because right after my ex, I went with another girl who is even more toxic. I went to the Bahamas with one of my biggest fans ever. And you guys probably know about it if you're watching. If you're not watching, if you're a new person, that's okay. I had a fan that would watch me every day on Twitch, every day on YouTube, and was loyal, would buy my clothing, stream my music, would send me videos all the time about how much she is obsessed with me and how much she's in love with me. And then one day she bought me a ticket to the Bahamas to come stay with her at a resort. And it was cool for a while. And then all of a sudden it wasn't cool, and she kicked me out and started showing her evil side and started saying all sorts of cruel, crazy things to me. And I'm like, whoa, 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 when I said nothing or done nothing wrong. And it's almost like God has to send you these people because they reflect weaknesses within you. My weakness is seeking validation. I love compliments from women. I love attention from women, and and I have a strong desire and lust for power. And because of that, and I also have a really high sex drive. And so with all those things in mind, that's actually a weakness. King Solomon lost his kingdom because he got too caught up with a concubine that ended up causing him to worship another god that wasn't the Most High. And so me, I'm building my own kingdom. You're building your own empire, and it's a gorgeous empire, and you have high ambition. So God, a lot of times God, in order to build your character, build your mental resilience, fortitude, and to also give you strength of discernment, will send you people early in your life that are not necessarily completely aligned with your long-term vision to test you to see if you're worthy of the frequency that you want. You have to understand that these are tests. You love these people, but you also have to learn to let them go with peace. And for the future relationships, you have to learn how to remember those notes and have discernment. Like now, I'm not going to go for a girl that likes the spotlight so much. Now, I'm not going to go for a girl that's disrespectful in the slightest. I won't tolerate even the slightest disrespect. I'm enforcing boundaries from day one completely. I'll go after women who believe in me more than I believe in myself, and I know I'm successful. So that means that there's different details that I'll go after, and those same details you also have to go after too. All those same signs that made past relationships work or past friendships not work, you have to keep those in mind when you move forward, and be very patient. You keep attracting the same people because there's a part of you, a subconscious part of you, that still seeks after that, and that needs to be healed. Meditation, journaling, and taking daily action and building the new version of yourself will allow you to heal. And you will heal. Time heal all wounds when you are properly allowing those wounds to heal. So stop checking their socials, continue working out, and cherish the memory that you have of them, but be open to even better memories and better realities that are on your way.